All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to the creators of the heaven and earth. Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rachaha, Quadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I wanted to do a quick response video. I pray this video is pretty much short and straight to the point. Okay, this is going to be a response video to a video that is done by the beloved brother Yashawamba from the Dallas camp. Okay, and as you see on the screen right here, the earth needs new management. Okay, and you know, I pretty much agree with that, because if you look at the earth, okay, everything is pretty much suffering. You know, as a matter of fact, I want to get that in Proverbs. Excuse me. Okay. Let's go to the book of Proverbs real quick. Okay. Because the insects are suffering. The birds are suffering. Animals are suffering. You know, animals simply can't do what they were created to do. You look at the oceans, and the oceans are dirty, filthy. Rivers, the water is green, brown. Why? Because these devils have taken so many crabs, so many lobsters, so many shrimps. He've taken so many sea creatures out of the seas that were created to keep the oceans clean. Because what shrimps and what lobsters and what crabs, well, what they do is, you know, a fish, you know, after it's eaten a certain amount, will literally, you know, crap in the water. So that's where your shrimps and your lobsters and your crabs come in. Your crustaceans. They're created, their main function or their primary function is to keep the ocean clean. Okay? Predominantly, they live on the ocean floors. But here it is, you know, while they're supposed to be on the ocean floors, they're being sold as a delicacies at particular restaurants, at particular grocery stores, you know. And you're not supposed to eat these sea creatures. Okay, and that's according to Leviticus. Okay, Leviticus, the 11th chapter, gives you a list of foods that are lawful to eat and that are unlawful. Okay? So Proverbs 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And it's not just people. You got people down in Gaza People in Palestine protesting, complaining about genocide being managed down there. You know, you got people rioting, protesting in Iran and Syria, you know, and parts of Europe and Africa. And here in America, everybody's on the edge of their seats. Why? Because of unrighteous dealings. You know, immigrants are being allowed to come in, you know, move into people's houses. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. You know? Which I forgot the name of what they call it. When somebody moves into a house and they take over it. You know, Lord's will, it'll come to me soon. But these devils are allowing these things to happen. You know, people being forced to share their homes with immigrants. Homelessness is at an all-time high. You know, you got people sleeping in their cars, people losing their minds. You know, the murder-suicide rate is going up here in America. Like in a recent article, a woman basically bugged out during the time of the eclipse, and she basically shoved her 8-month-old child out of the car and killed it. Killed him. Okay, and basically the Lord took her out. Okay, took her ass out. So, you know, everything is in mourning. Rain cannot be rain, you know. And by the way, they purposely poisoned the rainwater so people couldn't collect the rainwater. Okay? Because they don't want people, they want people to pay money for their water. You know? So they purposely poisoned the rainwater. That's why it's not really good, you know, to let too much rainwater land on your skin. Because you can get sick that way, especially from the chemtrails that they have been spraying in the air. Okay? Everywhere you go, there's mass pollution. The air is polluted. And the air is being polluted by what? Cars, vehicles, airplanes, trucks, trains, factories, power plants, nuclear plants, you name it. There is a constant pollution of the air that is taking place, you know, and they're spraying mercury, they're spraying arsenic, they're spraying barium, they're spraying aluminum, estrogen, they're spraying all kind of harmful, deadly chemicals in the air, you know. And the food you eat is not even real anymore, you know. And sometimes you have to question what you're eating because of GMO foods, Esau's gene splicing. Now he's taking fish gene and mixing it with strawberries. You know, mixing them with apples, oranges. You know, mixing it with grapes. Now, you know, back in the ancient world, you know, like it tells you in the book of Numbers, a cluster of grapes was so big that it took 2 strong men to carry a cluster of grapes. But you look at a cluster of grapes now, literally a 3 or 4-year-old could literally carry it. So in the process of time, the quality of food has greatly decreased. You know, you eat an orange nowadays, you know, it's not even sweet anymore. It doesn't have that bitter or that tartness to it. You know? So the only conclusion is that it's time for this world to be under new management, which leads me to, you know, Slovakia, if I feel like I'm ranting, you know. I really wanted this to be a walk and talk, but I was inspired by this video, so I decided to use my screen recorder instead of the camera on my phone. Okay, let's go to 2 Peter chapter 3, and I'll start at 12, okay? So what it says here is, looking for and hastening until the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right? And as Apostle Gabar would, as he always used to tell us, we should desire the nuclear destruction, because the intense heat from the explosion of those nuclear warheads is going to cleanse the air. It's going to cleanse the earth of its filth. You know? And a matter of fact, there's a scripture that tells you that the earth shall be clean dissolved. What's going to clean dissolve the earth? The intense heat from the explosion of nuclear warheads. Okay? So we're looking for that day where the earth can be refreshed by nuclear warheads, which is going to be used by Russia, NATO, Iran, China, North Korea, Turkey, Germany, India. You know? And thus, like it tells you in the book of Revelation, America's going to be hit with 200 million nuclear warheads. You know, even a sonic missile can be counted as a nuclear warhead. You know, a hydrogen bomb can be counted as a nuclear warhead. Okay? So, verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And ultimately, this is what we are looking for. We're looking for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, because righteousness does not flourish over this country. It simply don't. You know, righteousness does not flourish over this country. You know, and a matter of fact, in the book of Job, it tells you the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So if the wicked is in rulership, how do you think the earth is going to be managed? It's going to be ill-treated. Okay? It's going to be ill-treated. So it's safe to say that the nuclear destruction is going to reset all of this. You know, reset, refresh, because the earth needs to be refreshed. Okay? And the new heaven and the new earth is really going to start with when Yahawashi returns. You know, which is another reason why we all should be looking forward to the return of Yahawashi. Because when Yahawashi returns, him and his angels are also going to be a part of, you know, those cleansing agents to cleanse this world of its filth. Because what did Yahawashi say in the book of Luke? He said that he's coming to send fire on the earth. And indeed he will. So that's what we're looking forward to, man. You know, this kingdom is not living. You know. So, I mean, I don't want to make this video too long. I pray that you sincere brothers and few sisters have been edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahawashi. But that I'm going to say Shalom is on to the next one.